Thank you, Mr Gray. The government is allowing deathbed weddings during this period of second lockdown, but I would please make a plea to extend that provision for deathbed weddings to where parents or siblings of the bride or groom are terminally ill and are not expected to live beyond the 2nd of December. My own mother wasn't able to come to my wedding when I was married many years ago because she was in hospital at the time, but she was able to watch it on a video afterwards. For people not expected to live perhaps another 2 or 3 weeks, I would just please ask the government to go back. There could be the minimum legal number of 5, the couple, the minister celebrant, and 2 witnesses. But I do think that would be a real kindness to that very small number of people, and I would please ask the Minister, who I know tries very hard on this type of issue, to take that issue back, just to see if we can do something about that. The weddings industry is a £10 billion business in this country, supporting an enormous amount of employment. Yet we have wedding venues, one in my own constituency, which did not manage to receive the Small Business Support Grant or the Retail, Hospitality, Tourism and Leisure Grant. Neither did they receive the discretionary grant at all. So there are some wedding venues which have fallen through the cracks. There's been great difficulty for couples where insurance has excluded cancellation on the grounds of government guidance alone. And some couples have been charged an 80% cancellation fee, which I think is entirely unreasonable, and no one should be forced to effectively pay 180% of the cost of their wedding to get married the second time round. So there are some big issues on the weddings front. As far as the events and exhibition industry is concerned, I want to quote very briefly one of my constituents who runs an exhibition business, who said as follows: "I read, listen and watch leaders of industries bemoan the terrible impact the second lockdown is having on their businesses," which I'm very sympathetic to, "and I see the government provide substantial financial support to these industries. However, I look on with some incredulity that these industries that have been able to trade in between lockdowns and have received report, yet the exhibition industry has neither been allowed to trade or received any bespoke support. We've been locked down since March 2020 and will stay locked down until at least April 2021, and yet we have received zero targeted support." And the events industry as well would echo those sentiments. And these are huge parts of our economy. In relation to business rates, the last point I'd just like to make very quickly, the government did give discretionary grants to local authorities, but there has been great variability in terms of whether local authorities have granted rates relief to exhibitions and events businesses. I know that of 14 local authorities who have, but there are others, councils, for whom I do have sympathy, who say the government has a proven track record in clawing back money that it believes has been paid out wrongly. And there, therefore, is a postcode lottery on business rates. I would please ask the Minister to give greater certainty to councils they can pay out on business rates.